What's the greatest stuff you can do in December 2025 to close out the year energetically, like year of the snake, a 9 year? What do we do in this moment in time based on the astrology that's going on, based on Chinese New Year, based on numerology? What do we do? That's what I want to give you in this conversation today. I kind of want to riff around. I don't really have a super solid plan on this. I just facilitated a 2-hour workshop on this though. And I kind of want to just bring you all the goods for it just as a Christmas holiday offering. Like, I don't know, let's go for it. And I also selfishly feel like the more of us that can close out the year in a really good place and kick off 2026 in a really good place, the better the whole world is going to be. So that's my selfish little thing. All right, let's do this. First thing that I'm really seeing and sensing in the astrology and the different energetics is, you know, all those posts that are going around about the year of the fire horse. Oh my God, yay, it's going to be so great. Okay, we're still in year of the snake until February. I hate to break it to us. You're still crawling and slithering around on the earth until February. You're still shedding. We're still in the shedding, the great shedding. So what can we do in December to honor that? We can not skip ahead. Here's what I'm advising or suggesting, just an offer. Chuck this in the fucking bucket if it doesn't feel right. But you want to look at that vision, you know, this like Sagittarius, because it's December, so it's Sag energy. It's like dream bigger, you know, oh my gosh, everything is so great. It's so good. Every life is a party. Let's do this thing. Amazing. Yes, we need some of that. And so it's holding that vision that life is a party, joy, like follow your joy, follow your bliss, dream bigger. But as we're doing that, it's honoring that we're still shedding. You know, we're still shedding. What skins do you have to shed to make that dream a reality? That's really the big thing here, is to watch out for getting stuck in fantasy land, getting stuck in fairy tale land, not embodying the dream, not making the dream a reality. That's going to hit us really hard coming into the new year. Hard, that's going to hit us. But how we can prepare for that is in December, we can keep our eye on the prize, our eye on this great vision, our eye on this great becoming, this dream. Keep your eye on it and dream bigger, go bigger, like make it miraculous. That's so totally it. But do what's required to get there. And some of that is going to be letting go of more attachments, letting go of more hooks that we have into things, letting go of more identities, old identities, more dissolving, more shedding. Let's move into another aspect of this in December. Neptune stationing direct around the 10th. Yeah, the 10th of December, this is happening. Neptune. When Neptune stations, he gets louder. Neptune is dissolving. So if we're talking about keep your eye on the prize, but let the dissolving happen. This is Neptune dissolving your ego, dissolving ego structures. This is so totally what Year of the Snake is about. So totally what a 9 year is about. You've come to a culmination. You've come to the completion. You've come to the end of the chapter. That's also what 29 degrees of Pisces is. It's the end of a chapter. It's the last degree of the zodiac, of the entire zodiac. It's the end of a chapter. This is very interesting. I'm going to talk about this numerology in a second and how we can work with this closing, completing a chapter sort of energy. So part of what Neptune is wanting to do as we close and complete the chapter is he's wanting to dissolve who you thought you were, the roles that you were playing, even the purpose you thought you were living for some of us, the goal that you were headed toward. He wants to dissolve that, and he's going to work really hard in December to continue to dissolve that. So 29 degrees is also a karmic degree. It's the anaretic degree. It's a karmic degree. Kind of how I was talking about the nodes of fate. It's fated. We've got soul fire getting involved in this. You know, he's moving into Aries. That's fire. The year of the fire horse, right? It's going to be fiery as hell in 2026. Most planets are in air and fire. It's going to be faster. It's going to be more fiery, right? But before we get to that, it's still this dissolving of more of the old structures, dissolving of more of the old frameworks that we haven't quite dissolved or let go of. So that's an interesting thing to feel into for December. But it's Still be positive, still dream bigger, like really and truly, because we are birthing a new world. You are creating a new reality. I'm creating a new reality. We're dreaming it into reality. And so it's not to diminish our dreams or to just stare at the shadow or no, you want to keep staring and you want to keep walking toward and focusing on the good, amazing, miraculous stuff that we're headed toward, whilst honoring what's required to get there. That is exactly what December is saying. So now we have the 21st as another date in December. This is the solstice. Some people have spoken, and you feel free if this feels true, some people have spoken about the solstice as being almost a completion, culmination point of the big first wave of consciousness expansion in 2025. Like the big, if we call it the first wave of the 2025 to 2027 consciousness expansion, evolution, human evolution, just going gangbusters, crazy fast. And it was like this first big wave. It's not that there's not more. It's not that there weren't waves before. It's not that there aren't going to be waves after. We're never going to stop evolving. That's the whole point of it. It's not going to stop happening. If our consciousness is constantly expanding, which it is, then we will also be consciously expanding. Like we will not stop evolving. So I'm not saying that, but when we come to December 21st, this could be a moment to be really quiet, to almost go into the no-thingness, to dissolve into the nothingness, to almost it's a seed point, it's a 0 point, it's a start over point. It's either the longest day of the year for you, the most amount of light, or the shortest day of the year, the most amount of darkness. It's a tipping point. It's a tipping point. Feel if this serves, but for some, this is the culmination, the completion of this first wave of huge evolution that started back at the March equinox. So that eclipse season was pretty wild. I remember for myself personally, it was like, oh my God, I've never experienced this rapid of change happening inside of my body. I've gone through some interesting moments of change in my life, but never this fast. This is like neck-breaking pace. And it started, for me at least, I was very aware of this, around those March eclipses, the March equinox. And so maybe this is something to honor for you or to feel into for you, or something to really support you through December. I'm really feeling and sensing that a lot of spaciousness is very supportive to December, and the energetics going on is a lot of emptiness, a lot of make more time. I know it's the holiday season too, right? Isn't this crazy? It's like the busiest time of the year, but it's really, for me, and what I'm also feeling in all of the energetics that I'm kind of reading and looking at, is that what is so supportive to us to round out this year of a 9 year as we move into 2026 is to really create emptiness for ourselves, spaciousness for ourselves, alone time, quiet time, peace time, nothingness time, meditation time. So feel into if that's something that serves for you throughout the whole month of December. I would say especially around the 21st. Let me go back a moment because I want to give you another date in December. Let's talk about 3i Atlas. It's controversial. This might not be your thing. Totally cool. Skip forward if this is not your thing. 3i Atlas, they're talking about it bringing in new codes, new frequencies, new consciousness codes. All comets do that from an energetic standpoint. So if this is coming from the further reaches and it's more unknown than we've ever known it, now on the 19th, 3i Atlas gets the closest to the Earth that it's going to get before it then moves further away. So it's going to be physically the closest to you, to me, to the Earth that it will in its trajectory, probably in our lifetimes. I don't think 3i Atlas is coming back. I could be wrong. Who the heck knows? But that might be something to feel into. So around the 19th of December, and if we feel into what do we do this December to, really support ourselves to round out the year, to move into 2026, higher frequencies. What are the higher frequencies? Might not be 3i Atlas for you, but what are the higher frequencies that you're called to attune to? What are the groups, the spaces that you're called to move toward? We just did 2-hour Bones membership where we're tuning to many of these high frequency energies. We're actually going through every single thing that I'm talking about. So if you want an embodied journey, because I'm talking about embodiment, right? Like we want to bring in the dream. We want to make the dream manifest. That's a way that you can go work with all of these states, including the Great Attractor. big stuff on the great attractor energy, and also creating with creation, as in this harmonic resonance and how you come into harmonic resonance. This is something I'm feeling available for us much more coming in January, is this, you move into this harmonic resonance and you're in this harmonic resonance and you're literally like pulsing from that place. And the things that are meant for you just can't help but be drawn into your world. This is also a bit of great attractor energy that we work with. So if you're called to some of that stuff, either do it on your own or you can join us in Bones. It's $59 a month. Come join us for a month. You're very welcome to, and then peace out or stay for a year. It's on holiday special. You can get 4 months for free if you want to commit to a container for 2026. I'm super dedicated to kind of riding, I like calling it the bleeding edge. You know, it's the cutting edge, but I'm really committed to riding this cutting edge of human consciousness, of what's possible, of what we're, and what are the things that most support us in this evolutionary time. I mean, we're always evolving, but like, what is it that you can attune to? What is it that we can, call in, embody, embrace, become, shift to, move to? And how do we create a space that holds us, not just while we're in circle, but holds us through the whole year? It's an energetics, it's a container, it's a temple space that holds me, holds my team. And you're very welcome to join us if that sings to you. Okay, so let's keep going here. So attuning to higher frequencies in December. What are you called to attune to cosmically? I think cosmic consciousness is also really big in December. You're really opening up to possibly a new paradigm, a new reality where you're really understanding that you're a galactic citizen. That's a paradigm shift for some of us. That's a reality shift of, I'm a galactic citizen. I'm a cosmic citizen. That's a huge paradigm shift. And some of us are starting to tap into and attune to more of what we would say is the unseen or cosmic energies and beings and frequencies. So that's something that might really serve in December as we round out this year. All right, so let's talk now about this being the closing of a 9-year. So 2025 is a 9-year, 2026 is a 1-year. I am in a personal 1-year numerologically, and I got tripped up by this. I feel like I got duped, but I also feel like I've got some personal insights that I can share around moving from a 9-year into a 1-year. I thought moving into a 1-year was like, oh my God, this is going to be amazing. It's a new chapter. It's a new beginning. Here we go. I'm going to feel so great. I was all sagged out about it, like Sagittarius energy, like all just like so good. Like life's a party. Everything's a party. A 1-year is going to be a party. This is amazing. But what happened was the 9-year was a culmination of a lot of things. It was a completion of a lot of things. It was rough. Completions are not that easy, at least on myself, on the typical human psyche. We'd much rather see a birth than see a death. This is how we're wired. And so that's 2025, is this completion. It's ending. Things are dying. They're dying. They're ending. They're losing their juice. They're losing their spark. They're losing their fire. Sometimes we don't really want to admit to it. We don't want to let them go. So we drag them into a 1-year. They have very little life left in them. They're not lighting us up anymore. We're not passionate about these things. They don't bring us joy like they used to. But we're used to them, or we're moving from a conditioned pattern response of loyalty, or I should. This is what a good, wife, husband, brother, friend, daughter would do. And so we're dragging the dead into a 1-year. It's interesting. So December, what's dead? I hate to say it. While dreaming at Sag. So keep dreaming, keep hoping, dream bigger, all that stuff. Yes. But what doesn't go there with you? What's not going to make it there with you? And being really honest. Sag is great about being radically honest. I keep saying Sag because we're in Sagittarius energy until the solstice, until the 21st. So Sagittarius energy. So that's why I keep referring to it. But Sag is really good about being honest. And so if you just lean into that, life's a party. Who gives a shit? I'm going to be radically honest. Here's what's coming into the future with me. Here's what's not coming. It's a very like non-emotional, like we don't have to get emotional about this. It doesn't have to be personal. It's not personal. It's not personal. This is ended. This is dead. This doesn't come with me. It's not a big deal. It's not personal. It's really beautiful energy to lean into around radical honesty. Okay. So this 9-year ending, you want to somehow ritualize. Sometimes rituals really help. Like, I wish our society had more rituals going on. How do you ritualize the end of something? Ritualize the end of a part of you, an expression of you. Like, there are so many parts of myself, and I want to just share this because I think a lot of us are going through this. We think ending and we think outside of ourselves. We think culmination, we think outside of ourselves. But what if it's an ending of thought pattern? What if it's an ending of a part of you is just dying? Like, I'm also in perimenopausal phase, and there's a lot of parts of me that are dying. And so to ritualize that, to honor that, to not try to pull them and bring them into a 1 year with me. It's like that part, I'm going to honor it. I'm going to love it, but you're the past and I have to leave you here. What do you need to leave in 2025 from a 9-year cycle? And you don't have to get all logical and crazy about it. You can, if that serves, but you just can go bigger patterns. Like, what is it that's complete? It's done. I like this for it. There's no life to it. There's no aliveness to it. There's no life to it. Like, it's the juice is fizzed out of it. The passion's gone. And that's a really good signpost of things that should stay. Okay, so now here's the part I want to talk about. So we get to January 1st. We now move into a 1 year. But I want to remind you, we're still in the year of the snake. So we're still in the year of the snake. I know, we're all super stoked. It's December 1st, and I'm seeing so many posts about the fire horse. Oh my God, the horse. Here's something else about the horse. The horse is going to drag you kicking and screaming into the new. Like, we're not talking about that. The snake was at least like, hey, cool, we're going to slither slowly on the ground and help you shed shit. The horse and a fire horse is going to make this thing even faster, more fiery. I am going to speed you into the new at a neck-breaking pace, and I don't really care what it does to you. That's 2026. I'm excited about it, but we should just go in eyes wide open, not like, oh, this is going to be... We say we want the new and the change and all the things, but when we're on the horse riding it into the new, like, we don't often feel that super stoked about that much transmutation happening in us, that much dissolving, that much caterpillar gooing to get to the butterfly state. All right, so let's just go back a tiny little bit. So we're at January 1st now, and we're flipping into a 1 year. A 1 year is almost like it's the collapse now. So somehow, in my head, I will totally take full responsibility for this. Somehow in my year, when I was in a personal 9 year going into a 1 year, I just thought like miraculously amazing shit would already be built. Like, I really did. I really thought, oh my God, 1 year, this is so exciting. I love the start of things. Like, it's all, but I weirdly thought it would already be built. It'd already be amazing. And then I got to the 1 year and I was like, oh my God, I actually now need to like still dissolve the shit that came to completion. So I needed to sell my house. I needed to end relationship. I needed to like leave a lot of groups and things that I was a part of because they came to an ending. They came to a culmination in a 9 year, but I hadn't yet dissolved them. 1 year, some of us are going to be dissolving things, dissolving companies, dissolving relationships. We're going to be selling our houses and moving. We're going to be honoring ground zero. We need to make ground zero. That's a 1 year. You're at ground zero. You need to make ground zero first. And so it's more collapse. We could say of the old, which is, we keep hearing that all the time, collapse of the old, the old structures, the old ways, the old everything that's come to a culmination. And so on a personal level, how are you going to be called to get to ground zero? Because that's a 1 year's ground zero. To build the new, to build the next 9 year thing, which gets to culmination in 9 years. Yeah, I know, right? They're not really saying that in those Instagram horse 1 year posts, are they? No, we didn't even say that when we posted it. We might have said something in there. I don't really remember. All right, let's keep moving on. So that's January. I don't want to talk much more about January, but I do want to talk about February 17th, because that's when the Chinese New Year is. That's when we move from snake to horse. Also, interestingly, get this. So that's on February 17th. February 20th is when Saturn and Neptune conjunct at 0 degrees of Aries. Fire. Aries is fire. Aries is go time. We are now in a new cycle of the zodiac, and that is 3 days after the year of the fire horse starts, which is go time. I am going to take you into the new, whether you're ready or not. Here we go. Isn't this stunning? This is stunning. I felt super passionate about coming on and just giving some words to serve for you to feel into, to journey into what resonates. What do you want to deepen into? From this point, I would say, like, feel into what are important dates for you. What are you called to subdue to support yourself through December? Like, really, and I'll wrap this up by aim at that big future beautiful vision. And then do the things that are required and be honest, radically honest about what needs to be let go so that we can get there, so that you can get there to that future vision and you can actually make it a reality. Amazing. I'd love to see you in Bones for the workshop that dives into all of these energetics that we talked about, including massive great attractor energy. I love working with this energy. I think it's crazy powerful in the ways that it attunes us to being able to magnetize things into our lives, to be able to manifest things. And then we go into harmonic frequencies and how you can move into harmonic frequencies with the web of life, essentially. And then that supporting the manifesting. I really think manifesting in 2026, obviously it's going to be different. Saturn and Neptune conjunct at 0 point. That's a start over. Saturn's the manifester. They're at a 0 point. They're at creation point. Start over. How do you manifest now? Because it's going to be different come 2026. All right. Massive love to you all. I will maybe see you in Bones. I will maybe see you on the next astrology episode. If you haven't subscribed, that super supports the channel. It supports us. I don't know. We have this little philosophy in Rewilding, make good shit and share it. It super helps us to share stuff. I'm always in the comments first couple of days after a video goes out. I love hearing from y'all. I love just all your random chit chats, your random little goofy things that you say, or your deep, profound, beautiful life things that you say. It's a deep honor to be here with you all and witness this with you. This wild change, this wild life, this wild walking, this crazy path that we're all working. I don't know. Now I'm rambling on. All right. Massive love to you. I will see you when I see you, where I see you, and how I see you.